Hi, so for the recap of learning video response, the first question was what information impacted you as an administrator, coach, uh, teaching, or teacher and or fitness professional? Obviously, we were taught a lot throughout this course, but a few things that have jumped out at me or things that resonates in my head, quite daily was the parental involvement section and then budgeting and purchasing and liability and risk. The parental involvement was my favorite section just because like I've dealt with it, so it was just more of like it was easier for me to learn more and understand it. While the budgeting and purchasing was my least favorite section because I'm not really good with numbers. And having to like plan that out, through an Excel sheet or even just like trying to wrap it around in my head was really difficult for me. But I'm glad that I learned what we did and, got to see other people's propositions of like budgeting and whatnot. And the liability and risk was my second favorite as well because one of my prior jobs was basically like a liability and risk coordinator, making sure that like everything was up to code, that for events there was nothing in the way of the athletes or anything like that for them to get hurt. It's actually funny because this past weekend we had a tournament and or we were hosting a tournament and I was the main person that was to go around and make sure that everything's like no one can get hurt. That if we did have cords out, that there was a cone on top of the cords to show that there was a cord, or somehow try to like cover up the cord so the athletes couldn't trip all over it. And it's just like it's the basic common sense of like does that look safe or whatnot. Number two, how will you apply this knowledge personally and or professionally? Oh, basically just like what I just said with the whole tournament that we just had. That's definitely helped me. And then because I'm coaching junior college, we don't really have a lot to deal with as far as parental involvement, but we do have to deal with a lot of students who think they have this sudden self entitlement, you know. So I get to deal with that, and that's just as fun. And it's basically the same, same rules kind of with parental involvement and like the student athletes that are over 18 or that are, well over taking care of themselves. And yeah, that was basically it. I've kind of steered clear of budgeting and purchasing as far as like my work goes. I'm trying to take a distant stance on it and then understand it through there and not just kind of like jump in there and be like, boom, I can do it. But anyways, I really enjoyed this course and I enjoyed watching all your guys' videos and I wish you guys nothing but the best in the future and hopefully we get to have some more classes together. Thank you.